Hey guys and gals, I'm just going to be playing some Minecraft and I'm going to be having some fun. I'm just going to start a new world and I'm going to name it, just name it YT, why not? I don't need that, why am I doing that? Okay, I'm playing on Minecraft 1.12 with a couple of mods, just to have a bit of fun. So yeah, let's begin. Just wait for the thing to load, might take a bit. So how are you all doing today? Okay. Okay. Well, that's interesting. It's not even my own. Haven't seen one of them in a while. Just let the world load a little bit. There we are. Okay. But now I've had a problem lately where I haven't been able to figure out a good way to start a world because often I've found that I need a good inspiration for where I want to build something, but is that an igloo? Is that an igloo right off the bat? I accidentally double press spacebar because I'm used to having a double jump. That's Stormcraft for you. Okay. This is interesting. Oh, it just happens to be one without. Okay. Oh, well, that's a shame. Oh well. Wouldn't that have been cool to have a zombie villager right off the bat? Oh well. Although, that's actually good, because that gives me a bed. So I'm actually going to go back and get that. Also, if I end up just sort of idling around every now and then, don't worry about that. That's just me getting used to actually just simply playing the game and not worrying about what I'm doing. It's kind of... Every time I've tried streaming or recording, I'm always wondering. I am wondering. I'm always worried about what I'm doing and all that, and just not having fun. So here I am, just trying to have fun. And yeah. So like I said, I'm playing with a couple of mods. I say a couple. I've got Optifine, as you can see from the FPS in the corner, which I just pointed to, even though I don't know Basecamp. Oh yes, I've got a couple of others I'll show you in a second. Oh, and also before I get onto that, you may notice I'm using a texture pack. A partial texture pack, and it's partial because I'm making it. Yep, I made all these textures. What am I doing? So, yeah, it's a work in progress. There's some things that I haven't done. I mean, obviously, there's like 1,000 textures in this game, and I'm trying to do every single one of them, including the mods, so it's not going to be easy. I try to do one every day. The next one I need to do is roses. So, yeah, we'll get... You'll get to see more textures pop up every episode, I hope. Right, so what I really need to do... I was hoping to find a sort of cliff face so I can just get cobblestone straight away, but... might just have to dig down. Yeah, well. Might get a little dark for a second here. All I want is just get a little bit of stone so I can mix a couple of basic tools. Nothing fancy. I should get a furnace though. So what I need 3 the axe, plus 3 plus 1 plus 2, that's 9 plus... I need 17 stone in total to make the basic tool set, not including the hoe. I don't like to use the hoe at first, I don't think. Okay, that should be plenty. Okay. Right, first things first. An axe. One of the other mods I've got, tree chopper and fast leaf decay, because I prefer that to the tree capitator data pack. It's part of the reason I'm playing in this version and not on 1.14. Actually, there's a number of reasons I'm not playing 1.14. So yes, mods. I have Optifine, Tree Chopper, Fast Leaf Decay, Dark Leaf Decay, Fast Leaf Decay, sorry, Industrial Craft. Yeah, I really can't do the English ever. This is more like it. Industrial Craft, Thorncraft, and Twilight Forest. And that's it. I was actually tempted to open up Feed the Beast, but I don't know. Maybe at some point. But I think having the texture pack would really throw things off by that point. Because I'm trying to make all the textures from vanilla and these three mods that I like. Although I say that these three mods that I like, except I have never actually played Twilight Forest. I haven't actually gotten into that yet. I'm not going to go down there because it's a bit dark at the moment. Okay, I might want to go back and kill those chickens. Just get a bit of food. What am I doing? Right. Pickaxe. Okay, sorry, chicken. Okay. What I'm just going to do is get some charcoal, I think, instead of look for actual coal. So let's just get... Let's go with a stack of wood and then 8 more. Because then what I can do is I can make... well, it doesn't really matter. I was going to say I can, make 8 charcoal and then smelt an entire stack of wood and I just drop my axe. But it doesn't really matter, does it? Okay. Before I do that, I'm just going to go back to my crafting bench. I thought I saw a rubberwood tree around from Industrial Craft, so I'm actually going to just make a tree tap so I can get some rubber because that's useful. So, back in a second. Yeah, there. Spire. Oh, there's 2 of them. And I actually need to bring my thing with me so I can make more tree taps because tree taps do not last long. So yeah, this is going to be a largely unedited series because I still don't have a video editor. That's just a bit unfortunate. Okay, I don't think this has actually got any areas to tap, sadly. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Okay, I'm just going to chop down the tree and I'll use an extractor on that when I get down to that bit. I get to making one. It's going to take a while. Really? Wow. Okay, fine then. Alright. Oh, there's another one over here. Wow, there's a lot more than I thought. I thought there was just the one. But, oh my goodness. Okay. Just keep searching these trees. In hopes. Finding some... Aha! No, not in there. Okie doke. Then here. Ah, there we go. Okay, hang on. There we go. Ah, wrong buttons. That's about it. This one. Okay. And that's it. Okay. Okay. And basically, there's this device called an extractor, which I can just throw these in and get more rubber out of later. Wrong direction. All those chickens over here I want to get. Yay, I can make a cake! Wow, that's so amazing! Gotcha. Okay. It's coming nighttime. That's not going to be great. I still don't even have sticks. I mean, torches. Although I think I can actually turn rubber wood into charcoal as well, but I do want to save that. So there's lots of other kinds of wood that we can turn into charcoal. And that's it for my axe. Brilliant. Okay. Let's see. Going into the night without a... I've got a bed! Hey! That knuckle crack, sorry about that. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. Okay, what am I doing? I need torches. This is my furnace texture at the moment. It needs some updating. There's some things missing. For example, the fire thing. The progress bar. One of the... Okay. Got this progress... Okay. Okay, I will shut up and just focus on this thing. What am I doing? Okay. Okay, we've got the progress bar, but we don't have the fire emblem thing that sort of runs out. I'm not describing this very well at all. Right, so where's that other chicken I hear? So yeah, I'm probably going to be English. I'm going to be semi-nomadic at first. While I try and look for a nice place to actually build a house, because I'm not fancying the forest. I'm looking for a chicken, but I can't seem to find one. Eggs everywhere. Aha! There you are! Mine! And there goes my axe. Okay. There's another egg. Here's the other egg. Okay. Alright. It's like a shovel. Okay. Ah, oops. Okay, let's just do that. Is that that's a spruce, right? Yeah, it's a spruce. Okay. What? Hey, what? Oh, right. I removed saplings. I am being very successful at this. So yeah, I'm going to want to look for a new biome of some kind. What exactly I want to be looking for, I have no idea. And you see, this is my main problem. I always have trouble sort of looking for the kind of biome I want to start a base in. I'm really disappointed now. That could have been a really good start, that igloo. It just did not spawn right. Okay, I think my render distance is a bit low, so just go up it to 16. Got spruce forest over there. A magical forest, I think? No, it's just a normal forest. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it, really. The best I could do is just show you my tall fern texture. You can see the tall ferns there. I made them look like cycads because I couldn't figure out how to make a tall fern. Okay, let's just get some more wood. Let's do that stack. I said I was going to do a stack of charcoal. Let's do a stack of charcoal. Okay, let's just put that on my hotbar so I can see it. 46. do 60. Alright, I'm going to make this less annoying for me to look at by looking for just a smaller oak. Now, also replant because save the environment. Not that that matters in Minecraft, which is essentially a feudal world, but this is the kind of tree I'm looking for. Okay. Alright. Ah, I overdid it. Oh well. Anyway, okay. What am I actually after at this very moment? In fact, you know what? I could just make a house here, right? If part of the goal of this series is to do something like, I don't know, explore every biome, and I guess by extension, I don't know, make a building in every biome, then I might as well start here. So let's just do this. Since stone is a little bit annoying to mine, certainly at first, I think I'm just going to make this out of wood. Birch and oak. You know, like that building I built in 1.13 in those live streams that I then discontinued. That's all I really need to do. Here we go. Okay. Sorry, I will be making noises because I don't know, I just make noises all the time to fill space because I usually just don't talk at all. Okay. Still cooking. I'm going to make another furnace and just cook up that chicken. Well, the frame rate just dropped. That was weird. I'm actually going to decrease the render distance to 12. Okay. Okay. Chest. There's a funny story about the chest texture. I originally had it the same tone as this, but it blended in too much, so I tried to make it look somewhat varnished, but I think I failed. Yeah, most of these textures are basically works in progress. Especially, I mean, look at this. Look at this granite. It's terrible. You know, a lot of them are a work in progress, so it'll be a while before we actually get to see any. You actually get to see any of those completed. In fact, no, let's do the whole thing, and same with the birch. Okay, just going to do something simple first. Also, my throat sounds gravelly, it's because I'm dehydrated. That's a general rule with me. I don't drink enough water. Okay. Once again with the noises. Okay. Alright, starting with something simple. I should have left an actual log so I can actually do some sort of a frame. Let's actually do that. Let's actually say actually a lot. That'll actually be a good idea. I don't quite like this hill. I think I need to level it out a bit. It's a bit of an odd shape. Also, if you can hear noises in the background, it's because it's raining. This is Australia in winter. It's raining. It does a lot. Rule of thumb, Australia in winter is like Britain in summer. It's just raining and boring. Alrighty. Don't really know what I'm going for with a house in this game, I think. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to houses in general in this game, actually. Usually just sort of get stuck and just do towers, but they're kind of boring after a while. So, I don't know. Wow, that was accidentally perfect. Okay. Which tree should I chop down next? Okay, I'll go over here. Don't think we're going to get into the Thorncraft stuff this episode. But, yeah, we'll see. Also, I keep on chopping down trees that's sort of half-leaved from Tree Chopper. That's kind of the one thing about Fast Leaf Decay that's kind of annoying, is that it constantly chops down... it decays leaves from the tree you're cutting down and leaves around it. So, still used to double jump down. So, you know, you don't... The leaves just sort of vanish, and it makes trees look weird, really weird, and that annoys me. So I just get rid of them. Okay, that's one of these things down, which means I have chicken. Hooray! I need to eat some choo-choos. I didn't have to do that. I could have just shift-clicked. I'm somewhat dumb. Oh. Okay. Where do I want the entrance? Where do I want the entrance? Do I want it here or somewhere here? You know, at some point I want to probably build the house a bit bigger. Because I will want to do different rooms. I want to do an enchantment room, I want to do a storage room. Actually, this will probably end up being a storage room. How long is it? 1, 2, 3, 4... Okay, just do it this way. Where are we at? 61 to 71, so 10 blocks across. No, 11 blocks across. Okay. So there's plenty of room for chests if I make this tall enough. I mean, okay, I could... Here's the thing. Minecraft physics allows you to stack chests one on top of the other. But I don't like doing that. I think it looks ugly. I think it looks odd and weird. So I prefer to have, you know, a set of chests here, then a shelf, and then a set of chests on top of that. It looks better. It looks even better when you have stairs spacing behind this. I can actually show you in a second. Hang on. I'm just going to make some stairs just to demonstrate it, because I can. And let's see. Basically, if you do it like this, the top of the chest never sinks into the wood, and so it makes it look nice. But it does require having a double layered wall, which is a little bit annoying to work with, especially since I've already built the framework. Keep on double jumping. Okay, there we go. So, I think for now, I'll just leave it like this. If this does become a storage room, I will want to do that, so I will end up probably widening this, but for now, this should be my house. But what I can do is make this sort of the opening. In future, I can sort of lead this into the rest of the building. The rest of the house. So I think that'll be good for now. Yeah. Okay. I'll make this, should I make this just the floor? Yeah, well, I might as well make this the base and then have a wall here. Okay. In fact, I'm doing that. I need to move this. How you got to go? 4. Okay. How you got to go? Yes, my English. I want to get rid of that one, actually. No, it's that one I want to get rid of. I want to put a pressure plate down. Make it quicker to get out every time. I'm actually going to do a thing, because I want to make it... I'm going to just lock it on hard. That might actually get annoying for me at some point, but... we'll see. Okay, let's shift everything inside. Well, inside. There's not really an inside at the moment, but you get my drift. Okay. And I'm going to make the birch. Put that there. Start layering some things up. And let's see, that's the crafting table. I can save those basically chests, so I'll leave them for now. Let's just do it here. Okay. There you are. Oak door. No. Wooden pressure plate. Ah. No, I knew I was doing something wrong. I couldn't figure out why. Okay. I need to shift this one more down. That needs to go there, that needs to go there. Do. That goes in there. And then the birch goes in. And then the door. And that's where the pressure plate is. No, that's not right. That's where the door is. That's the pressure plate. Okay. Okay, boom. Now, let's get some more birch. Right, I've already realized I've made a little bit of a mistake. If I want to make it look nice on the outside, I'm going to have to shrink this wall. And also on the other end. So, that's a simple fix. That is not going to be enough birch. What am I doing? Wow. I had not realized I had so many oak saplings. Okay, I'm going to try to do a little bit of reforestation. My fingers are very cold. I'm wearing fingerless gloves, because it's easier to use the keyboard that way, but my fingers really are freezing solid. Ah, bad trees! Bad trees! Which means I'm getting even more saplings. Okay. Let's get rid of these. I really don't need oaks. There's tons of oaks. Okay, over here. Boom, 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 boom. There, 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 and why not? Okay. Should be enough for a couple of walls. Get some more. It looks odd, but it just looks like a molten slag in a bit of a way. But I'll make it work eventually. Okay. What was I doing? Birchwood. I'm just going to dump these away. I do not need any of these saplings on me. Still need those. In fact, let's make it look nice. One thing I might do is actually put the enchantment table up a floor. Of course, my one problem with building with wood is that eventually I'm going to run into trouble because Thorncraft has this. Oh, this is wrong as well. Actually, move this out. Actually, Thorncraft has this alchemy function, so that's all it needs to. So basically, I can basically use a cauldron, a sort of modified cauldron, and cook up items for this essentia that they've got. But the problem with that is well, I need to set a fire underneath the crucible, and if I have a wooden house, I think you can see where I'm going. So I'm not going to be able to start my Thorma crafting fun in this house. Which means I'm either going to need a nearby tower, or I'm going to need a completely separate building to do Thorncrafty stuff. Why am I doing that? Why not just have windows? And now the door is off center, which is going to annoy me. Okay. Let's just go to bed quickly. So yes, 1.12, the version which allows me to use Optifine with Forge, which then allows me to have expansion mods. Fire out of stone. So, sadly, no tridents, no conduits. Where's that cave I found? No tridents, no conduits, no better villages, and no uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't have any good weapons on me. Because I broke my axe. Fine off with the pickaxe. Better than fighting with my fists. Uh-oh. There we go. Monster Hunter. Yay! What was I saying? No better villages, no pillages, and there's something else which I was going to talk about, and I've forgotten what it was. Come on. Just looking for a freaking cave. There you are. Okay. Ooh, another chicken. Okay. So sadly I don't get any of those cool features that I can play with as well. And until Optifine get their act together and update to work with Forge, because so far they've had several updates since Forge fixed itself, and they have not made themselves compatible with Forge. It's ridiculous, and I don't understand it. So until they get their act together, I'm not going to be able to do that. And even then, you know, some of the mods, Stormcraft is no longer being updated, so sadly I'm not going to get that with 1.14, and probably if Optifine ever do get to that stage, I'm probably just going to end up looking for some new expansion mods for 1.14. Because let's be honest, I have actually played Stormcraft so much, I'm getting a little bit tired of it. Okay. New crafting table. Max. Oh, this is a big one. Big and tree. Okay. While I'm here, I might as well see if I can find a little bit of iron. The sooner I can find iron, damn. The sooner I can find iron, the sooner I can get started on industrial craft, as well as, of course, the usual iron tools. And industrial craft opens up a whole new set of things I can do. So our Thorncraft may take a little bit longer. Industrial craft I can start as soon as I find some iron. That being said, to be honest, I also need to find some copper to really get that started. Some copper, some tin, some iron. Because copper and tin, for those of you who haven't done any sort of history or real world, you know, high school science, allows you to make bronze. And in Minecraft, they're actually more durable than iron. So, yeah, Bronze Age comes after the Iron Age. Okay. And this thing goes here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Yeah. Blimey, I think it's freezing. Okay. Let's keep going. Next time I will make sure to... Hello, tree. I really have gone mad. I'm talking to trees in a video game. Next time I'll be sure to put on proper gloves, I think, because this is a little bit bad. Of course, I could just go and get new gloves, but I can't edit that out, so probably not a good idea. Okay, and back to business as usual. Now, why do you have more blocks than you do? What have I missed? What have I done wrong? Okay, thing is I was intending to extend this side out and then never did. Okay, well let's do that now then. And to do this. There we go. Trees! There's trees in the way! Yeah! And these go here now. Let's just get this birch out of the way. And this goes like this. Oops. And this one, and I will have to move the bed quickly. Ah. Yeah, might as well. Ah! Right, I'm gonna need to get some sand. Some patches here and there I can get them from. Okay. I'm saying K a lot. I'll try not to say it as much. But no promises. Yep. Wow. If you say turns out if you say a word too much, then it becomes a real struggle trying not to say it. Right. Right, now I definitely need sand. Some glass. Clay will be useful later on, actually. Clay usually isn't that useful. With clay, you can basically make bricks, which are kind of useless because they take forever to get and they look ugly. Clay pots, which are kind of useless because, well, unless you're really into home decor. Which, you know, I dabble in it a little bit in Minecraft, but it's not my biggest thing. Unless you do one of those two things, you really do not need clay ever. But in Thorncraft, you use it to make glass files, use it to make an urn, an ever-full urn, which basically acts as a one-block infinite water source, which is awesome. And it automatically fills the crucible, which will have uses that will become apparent. Bleh! Which has uses that will become apparent later on. Yeah, words, English. Okay, sand, which just happen to have exactly 64. So in the meantime, let's just finish off the walls. And yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this room four blocks tall on the inside. Normally, you don't need to. You can do 3 blocks tall, and it's perfectly fine. Oops. You know, I'm actually going to move this entrance out slightly. Make a bit of an archway. So yes, when it comes to the interior of your building, you know, not again, the height of your walls is a bit of an integral part of that. To deciding that, you know, the smallest you can do in pre 1.14 is 2 blocks tall, but then you're bumping your head all the time. Then there's 3 blocks tall, which is more realistic, because in real life, walls are generally 2.5 to 3 meters tall. Excuse me while I adjust the chair. Moving that out, so I need... And so just grab stairs. But to keep the chests the way I like to, I prefer to have 4 blocks. It's not right at all. Ugh. Me messing up again and again and again. Okay, there we go. Ah! It's my fingers, they're too cold, I can't think. Yeah, a 4 blocks tall looks nice, especially on with big things like cathedrals. Okay, this is there. But usually not for small things like this. So me doing this for this building is really just so I can have my fancy little chest space for later on. There we go. Hooray! Okay. And then I'll just do this here like this. Personally, I think that any bigger than 4 blocks is a little bit excessive. But, you know, that's just me. Other people may have different ideas. And certainly, it depends on the building. It depends on what you're building. You know, in some cases it's going to be something so big on the inside that you kind of do need to have extra blocks to fill in the space. In one of my previous worlds, I was building a tower and I had this huge tree on one floor, but it was so tall I couldn't really just fit it into one story. So I had to make that work. So yeah, it really does depend. Oh no, you've got to be kidding me. Sorry, I should have put the sign back up. No solicitors, please. Fracking hell. Okay, I didn't get any strength from that spider. Not that it would help, I need 3 strength. Okay. Time for maneuvers. Maneuvers, even. Maneuvers. Maneuvers! Okay. Right, gonna go for about 10 more minutes. So if you haven't clicked off already, do feel free to stick around to the end of the video. Who knows, you might find some enjoyment out of the next 3 minutes, 10 minutes, and again. Let's just cook up this last chicken. Okay, so you do need all this on me. How's the sand going? Let's just start with... Okay, let's just start with that then. Let's just start with a huge ton. I'm only starting with a huge ton. It's not that much. A huge ton. One could argue semantics on that one. A ton is, by definition, huge. Yeah, there's some work in progress that needs to be done when it comes to these textures. At the moment, I'm just doing textures that you know, the game just sort of works with, but there's some textures that need this text file to make work. Should I do that? Yeah, I'm doing that. And I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to coding that bit. So I'm just sort of leaving that until I feel ready to give that a go. Which means there's textures like the torches that could be animated and should be animated that I'm not animating yet. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm gonna need ladders. Okay. And on top of this, I will put... Yeah, let's just put birch. Simple as that. So yeah, on the matter of the texture pack, basically what I've been doing is, because I'm not that great of an artist, all I've been doing is starting with, looking at these textures as they appear in real life, and just doing my impression of them, of what they look like. So, does that work, or do I want to have something different on top? Yeah, that'll be fine. So, yeah, and slowly I've been getting better and better at doing textures. I mean, if you had been able to see my original attempt at doing a stone texture, I was trying to base it off of a limestone picture I found, but I just couldn't do it. It looked awful. Sadly, the picture's gone because I lost the file I was editing it with. I was trying to keep them all and collected in one place because, okay, let's be honest, I've been using GameMaker 8 Pro to make the sprite files. It looks a little weird. Okay, let's fix this. I've been using GameMaker 8 Pro, and what it has is a great sprite editor that I'm just used to. It allows me to just work with this sort of stuff. And on top of that, it allows me to keep old images of the textures I'm working on, so I can go back and look at them if I ever need them. The problem with that is that if you're keeping all your files in one place, if the file gets corrupted, which in GameMaker sometimes happens, then you're kind of stuck. It's just sort of, because, you lose all of your old, images. I can get all of the current versions of the textures back easily, because, that's not right, because I've already saved them, I've already put them in the texture pack, but I can never get the old parts back. For some images this doesn't matter. There's some... Oh, damning hell! Sorry. Excuse my language. Die! Anyway, there's some textures that I have worked on that I haven't gotten to yet that require looking at old textures that I have already done. Parts of old textures that I haven't, that, weren't in the, were used in the final product but weren't used as textures themselves. I really hope when I do this it doesn't chop down the entire house. That would be annoying. And, some of those intermediate textures that are useful I can just get back by going into the completed texture that used it and getting it back. For example, sometimes I need the iron block texture, and I just needed to strip away the outside of it. I'm making some... I'm just trying to describe parts of my textures that I haven't shown you yet. But, I basically, sometimes I need to use part of the iron block texture, and in this case I can actually just go in, take that apart, and, model the texture again. And it's all fine. But there are other cases where it just doesn't work like that. Okay. Okay, basically I'm going on a tangent here, and most of you probably don't understand what I'm talking about because you don't know how building texture packs works, or you're just bored, which is fine. I am going on a rant, on a waffle, because I'm having fun. I'm actually having fun this time, which was the entire goal of today. So, hooray! Hooray for goals! So, let's just build this up. Now I'm going to replace that with this, so it can actually have the wall made out of birch like they originally intended. Okay. And, you know, it probably will not stay like this. I'll probably change the house at some point. Not the least in part because, you know, I will want to be able to work on Thorncraft at some point, which will require a stone house or a stone room of some sort. I don't know, maybe I'll just make a basement. I have no idea what I'm going to do. For now, I am just working on this. I have spent the last 40 minutes or so building a house. Sounds fun. Should I? No, I'll do that instead. There we go. That will look a bit better. Oops. No, I do need that. What am I doing? Ah! Focus! Focus pocus. Can't even place a block beneath me. I'm falling. What a noob. I can't even... What a noob. I can't even do this really high level technique. The bed is too far away. Was that added in 1.12? I used to find that so funny when I first saw that little message. Okay. And I've accidentally gotten rid of any places I can place torches. I'm smart. I am very smart. Let's do here. I don't need these walls exactly. Okay, let's go outside and see if I can get some zombie flesh. Zombie flesh is not all that useful. It's useful for making tallow in Thorncraft, but, you know, that's a pretty late game useful thing. You can get humanist, which is good for research. You can get... You can trade it with village priests is sort of the main use of zombie flesh, you know, in modded or vanilla. But you have to find a village for that. Villages aren't necessarily easy to find. Especially, look at this place. I've got a snowy biome over there and a forest over here. It's going to be really difficult to find a village. Yeah, it's looking a bit nicer. Still a bit odd, but eh. Good to be unique. There's no such thing as normal, so it's good to be unique. If that makes any sense whatsoever, which probably doesn't. Ow. And I have now run out of logs again. Complete that section. But I can't complete the roof, which means it's the end of the episode and I haven't even been able to complete the roof. So, that will be actually the end of it for today. I have had some fun, which is exactly my goal. Hopefully tomorrow I can have some fun as well. I intend to do this not every day. I intend to do a video every day. It won't necessarily be Minecraft. Maybe something else. Maybe Portal. Maybe a movie review. I'm planning to go to Spider-Man Far From Home on Monday, so I'm hoping to do a review of that. So yeah, I'm going to try and actually start this channel up for good this time. But we'll see how it goes. I need to actually enjoy myself, and yeah, we shall indeed see how it all goes. So I will see you later. Bye-bye.